We're extremely creative. We're extremely strategic in how we do things. We have our way, and that way is very coveted, right? We're very smart women. So we've talked about this. We talked about this when I had Dr. Kwanzaa on. We've talked about this on another episode. I've heard it a lot in the comments, but when people steal from us, they steal our intellectual property. They take our work and they use it as their own, right? They present it as their own. They do this all the time, okay? And so often we don't get the credit for it, right? I hear a lot about this. I just was listening to a girl on TikTok talk about how she has a beauty brand and another very large beauty brand has stolen her brand name, has stolen her content strategy, the whole nine, right? And she is going after them, right? She is going after them because it can be proven. And the company is not interested in even addressing her attorneys. This is crazy. But we've seen this happen so many times. We see women out here, non-Black women, who are taking Black women's content and putting their faces and their likeness on it, turning it into their own, regurgitating what Black women say word for word. So we know this happens in the way that we present ourselves. We know that. Okay, we know that we're being copied and mimicked and not given the credit. This happens in the world. This also happens at work. And I've heard a lot of stories about this. And so when you're caught off guard and somebody does this, they are presenting your work as their own in the office or even in life, in culture, in social media or whatever. When you're caught off guard, this can really like stop you, slow you down, halt you. You're so angry, you're so frustrated, especially if like in the instance where the creator has this happen with a big beauty brand and you don't necessarily have the funds to go after these people like you could if you did, right? When this happens at work, this is very upsetting and very disheartening because we know the time and the attention that we put into things and we don't get the credit. So instead of letting this take you off guard, I'm going to say this again, and I've said this before. We are no longer in a position where we can sit back idly by and not be like, look at me, look at me. This is what I'm doing. This is the accomplishment that I've made. These are all of the things that I have done, right? And not only do you need to do that in work, but the world is truly changing. And you need to start itemizing what it is that you do, what your values are, what you bring to the table, and you need to talk about it a lot, often, okay? And you need to do this in the office. So if there's something that you're working on, if there's a project that you're working on, yeah, you need to be hush-hush about it until it's ready to be discussed and talked about. But you need to make it known that, hey, I worked on this. I did this. These are the results that I got when we did A, B, C, D, and so on. You need to be very vocal about that because trust and believe. You might think because of the way that they treat you that they're not really paying attention to you. They're not noticing you. They're not really like peeping what it is that you have to offer, what it is you bring to the table, but they are. They're watching you. They notice you. They see you. All right. So don't let anybody like walk up in there and be able to like get in there, steal your ideas and take credit for your shit. You need to document and you need to self-promote what it is you do, not just within the office, at the job, around, letting your superiors know, letting your colleagues know, making sure it's in emails and documented with your hard work on it, your name on it. You need to do that, but you also need to do it for yourself. I've said this before. Keep record of what it is you do. All right. And, obviously I don't have a solution for the girl who I was talking about with the beauty brand. She's on it. She's working on it, but that just is proof that shows you we are being watched. And I know you guys have seen those videos. I know you know what I'm talking about. I know you know that a lot of our content is being stolen, just like right from up under our noses, right? Because we're creative and so expressive and the ideas that flow from us and through us. Yeah, they didn't come up with that stuff. Okay. So you guys see it, and you need to make sure that you're not caught off guard if and when somebody tries to steal your work, steal your intellectual property, take what's yours and put their name on it, say it's theirs. You need to be ready for that. Don't be caught off guard. Learn to self-promote. Learn to talk about what you're doing in the workplace. Learn to. If you work for yourself and you're working on special things, special projects, you have an idea, don't be cheap. Trademark it. Go to the USTPO website. I think that's what it is. US Trademark and Patent Office. Trademark. This here, trademarked, right? I'm trademarking it. Like, I can't tell you enough. Protect what is yours, because people will just steal your shit. All right. You don't want to be caught off guard. Get your power back. Okay. So you're going to get your power back by being prepared. All right. By self-promoting. All right. Next,